Hey there, beautiful people. It's Mark Siegel, your resident ed tech specialist, here with part 3 of our Google Forms series. So in this one, I'm going to show you how to use image insert and video insert in order to ask questions for formative assessments, or for, summative assessments too. So I'm back in that beginning of the year assessment form that I've been working on for the last 2 videos, and I want you to notice that I changed some sections. I now have block 1A questions and block 1B questions. So here's what I want to show you. So I've changed my responses so that if a student chooses block 1A, it'll go to the 1A questions. Block 1B goes to section 3, which is the 1B questions. It's important when you are doing this that you plan this out in advance so that you have your sections set up for you so that this way everything's labeled properly. So let's go to our 1A section first, and let's add a question. Okay, so I'm going to add, you know what? It's hard to ask a question before I insert the video. So let's insert a video to this first. So I'm going to go to YouTube. I've already found a video on YouTube that I'm going to use. I'm going to use this video here, and I'm going to click select. Okay, I want to drag this to the top of this section, and I am going to give it a quick title. I don't have to give it a title if I don't want to. So now there's these 3 dots here that just allows you to align it. I like it in the middle. So what the awesome part about this is the video will now play directly inside of the Google form for you. So students don't have to go to YouTube separately in a different window in order to watch this video. It'll play right here. Yes, it is a little small because it'll play in this size, but you can click and drag it to make it slightly bigger. Okay, don't make it huge because remember Google Forms are meant to be narrow. Okay, because it'll slide everything down. So now in my questions, let's ask the question. In the above video, what is the main theme of what the narrator is trying to explain? Okay, and I'm going to leave this as a paragraph so that they can write a longer response to this. Okay, so now when my students watch this, when they go to click on this, they choose 1A. 1A will click next. Here is my video. I can click play, and then they can answer the question. Now, I purposely did not do something. Let's see who's been paying attention for my other parts. Yep, that's right. You'll notice at the bottom, I forgot to change my settings about the end of my section. So notice that if my students were to take this right now and they click next, they will automatically go to, the 1B's question. So I have to be careful when I'm doing this to make sure that at the end of my section it says submit form. Otherwise, or go to a totally different section. Otherwise, my 1A class will end up seeing my 1B questions, and I don't want that. Okay, so please be careful with that. Now, let's do, so nice and easy. So this is a great way for you to put an instructional video inside of a Google form. Awesome to do as a do now activity in your class. Post the link to your Google form right into your Google Classroom, your website, or on the board. Have the students open it up on their classroom or on their devices, and then answer the question right there for you, and then you have responses. See where there are. This is great for getting do nows, reviews of homework, all those kinds of things. Let's talk about the 1B questions. Let's insert an image instead for them. Now, image search is really cool. So they've got a lot of different things. One, I can use my camera feature. I can insert it by a URL. So if I do a Google search for that, I can insert it from my own photos. From photos that I have in Google Drive. Obviously, I can upload it if I'm working on a computer, or I can do a Google image search. So let's do a straight up Google image search for DNA molecule. See what comes up when we do this. Okay, we have a ton of DNA molecules. So let's choose this funky one right there and click insert. So now my DNA molecule is listed here. I'm not going to give it a title. I am going to center it, but it looks pretty centered. And then I'm going to ask a question afterwards. And I'm going to say, what information is missing from the above diagram of a DNA molecule? And again, I'm going to leave this as short answer, not multiple choice. Okay, so that they can respond with a couple of different answers. So here at the bottom, because this is the last section, I don't have to choose submit because submit is the automatic option. So let's make sure that everything is working when I do this. So 1A, I already checked. 1B, DNA molecule. And notice that when I hit my answer is, and I have submit. Okay, so I know my form is working. So that's how you insert an image and a video for a question in particular. Let's go back and add one other question. Let's say I want to add, let's see, I'm down in the 1B class. So let's add a question here. I'm going to add a multiple choice question. Which of the following is not a picture of a cell? Okay, now I have a multiple choice question. You'll notice that there's an add image button on the side. Let's do an image search. I can now add images to individual questions. I do not need to label them if I do not want to. Okay, so if I want to add a second one, I can do plant cell. Here's a plant cell. And then, of course, because I want to be clever, I can do an image search for a cell phone. Because, you know, teachers, we got to do that. You know, you have to have that one question that makes the students groan when they see the question. Okay, so now I don't have to add answers. I can just leave I can just leave images when I do this. And now I can be a multiple choice question. When I preview it, and I click my 1B class because I inserted it with the DNA molecule, here are my options. Option 1, option 2, option 3. And the students can choose them. Okay. I can also set this up as a checkbox and allow them to do that. So super easy way of adding images and videos into your class. Now, can you put a video in for an individual question? No, you cannot. You're stuck with just doing image searches. However, here's a little advanced user's trick. You can add a shortcut. Okay, so for example, let's see, I'm in the video section. Let's go up here. Let's add a video. Which video correctly explains Dalton's law? I don't know. Well, if you're doing this, what you can do is you can click and add a link. And when you preview it, let's see, this is in my 1A class. Links pop up. So if you want to give the students like a 30-second video to watch, you could make them watch a series of 30-second or 1 minute or 2 minute videos, whatever it's going to be. Have them watch the video and see which ones correctly explain something. It's a way of inserting a video without actually having the video pop up in front of them. Okay, breaks it down, has them digest the information and compare things, and then come back and figure out which one they liked best. Okay, so a little advanced user trick there at the end. So that is how you enter images and videos into your Google form. As always, if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, jump on that subscribe so that you can see more of these videos. And then we will be back in section 4. And in section 4, I'm going to talk about using forms as a quiz and how to use the quiz features in Google Forms to grade students' work. Thank you, everybody. Have a great day.